It has been a really long time. Really long time. For those of you guys that don't know, I started my rug process a long time ago, and it's been months. And I am still catching up on rugs because these rugs are going to be the death of me. So I've been recording since the beginning. I've been trying to gather everything. I just haven't had the courage to post a YouTube video because of how behind I've been on everything, but I'm finally caught up, and I think it's time that I finally put myself out there and start expanding my business just a little bit. So today's video is going to be about the process of me making rugs, what's been going on these past few months, a little bit more behind the scenes of how I've discovered the process that I have now when it comes to making rugs. So I'm gonna start the video off showing you guys kind of what happened at the beginning versus what's happening now. I'm going to have a little bit of personal commentary on those clips from the past because it was really hard to watch. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys how it started from the beginning, and you're gonna see some of my personal input, little words and notes in there, and it's just so painful to watch. And then I'll come back, and then I'm gonna keep showing you guys what I've been doing, and hopefully you guys can see the timeline of back when I was young, innocent, and I had energy to do all of this. So at the beginning of the video, I said that I only had 30 rugs to do. Well, that number quickly increased to about 200, which became a huge problem because of an accident that was totally my fault. But it just takes me so long to make a rug. So now I have about 30 rugs left, and I can crank that out now, I think in about a week and a half, maybe a week. I'm gonna see if I can get a week, but we'll see. So let me show you everything of what it's been like, and I hope you guys can learn from this too. And I'll make a separate video if you guys want to learn how to actually punch needle, because a lot of you guys have been asking me in the TikTok comments. Just look at how many rugs I have to do. So far, I haven't actually calculated it in a while, but so far I have to make 6 strawberry cow rugs, 0 Totoro rugs, 4 mushroom rugs, no sushi rugs, and look at how many clown rugs I have to make. That's 21, and I think I've gotten a few more since then. We are going to be busy for quite a while, and this is literally just, I think, within a few hours of my shop update. So I will probably be expecting a lot more. Here is a bit of a haul that I got at Joann's. I'm gonna do it on my bed just because my desk is a bit messy right now. I got a bunch of red and yellow yarn because I had a lot of the clown gummy rugs ordered. So I'm gonna need a lot of red, especially for the mushroom gummy bears. So it's just a lot of red in general. And I will this will probably last me a good while. Hopefully it'll be enough for all the rugs that I need. I also ended up getting this yellow one because I got so many clown rugs ordered that it is going to be a lot of the body. So I think this will last me, I think this will probably be good for all 30. Hopefully it is a lot of yarn, and it's a pound, so hopefully he'll last me a while. Another one to add to the collection. I also ended up getting some felt because I want to put this on the back of the gummy bear rugs. I actually haven't tested this out, but I've seen other people do it, so it should be fine. But if not, we'll use some regular fabric or something, but I think it'll be just fine. I also ended up getting a mailer I saw just because I need to order some anyways, but I kind of want to play around with the packaging a bit. Hopefully the rug will fit in this size mailer, but I kind of want to play around with how I want to package the rugs because I didn't really think about that yet. So we'll play around with it. Hopefully I'll have it perfected before I order more mailers. Then they actually had what's it called? Monk's cloth. I can never remember that. I keep wanting to say monk's skin, monk's fur, monk fruit. So monk's cloth. They actually ended up having it at Joann's. I was not able to find it at Hobby Lobby or Michael's, so Joann's had it. Thank goodness they had everything. But I think this is a little bit bigger than what I order off of Amazon. Hopefully, it was a bit pricey, so hopefully this is good enough for what I need. It does say extra large, and I don't know if that means like the holes in between are extra large, which I think it does now that I'm looking at it, but hopefully it turns out okay. Hopefully we can use this. If not, I'll definitely use it for some bigger rugs. But I'm very excited to try this out since my next shipment of monk's cloth doesn't come in until another few days, so that's good. Lastly, I ended up getting this calendar because I kind of did format my next year for my calendar. I did get it on clearance. They had a lot of calendars on clearance, which is really nice. But I just want to be able to plan out things for Patreon, for shop updates, and I just want to be a little bit more prepared. Oops. Just because last year I was not as organized. If I could take this off, not really. But it has the weeks, the months, and then that way I can kind of get a good plan of what my months are going to look like for my business, since I'll be going full-time in a few weeks. So I'm going to do a bit of a voiceover just because it does take me so long to do these rugs, and I've changed up my strategy a few hundred times. Here I am doing the yellow and the white first because they're the brighter colors, and then I'm going to go through and shave them and then add the darker colors and then cut that by hand. But that was so tedious that I just decided to kind of do everything at once and then shave everything at once. The reason why I split it up was because the colors would bleed into each other, so the red would turn the yellow orange and then the white would turn pink, because that red and black were extremely obnoxious. So I had to be really careful with the bleeding, but then I eventually figured out how to shave the rug down without actually getting the colors everywhere, and it just makes the rug look so much more even. So I do have a few rugs where it's a bit patchy and uneven, but that was pretty early on, so now I'm able to go back and make it all super even. So I'm actually working from my floor right now. I have over 30 rugs to make, and I need a little bit more space because I only have one desk, and that's this one, but that is for school. And I don't really want to get that dirty because I know I won't be motivated to do schoolwork after, so I'm working on my floor. I have been punch needling. This is my first rug out of the 30 I have to do. I'm gonna see if I can try to save space, but we're going to get working on that. And I was gonna kind of do a little bit of a system where I do one color per set of gummy bears, but I think it's just easier if I do one gummy bear at a time. And I also have to be really careful with the red yarn because the red yarn does bleed through when I cut it. So what happened is that when I do use the shears, it kind of turned the lighter yarn a different color. Poor ear got chopped off, but you can kind of see that the white yarn is pink now. I will check up in just a little bit and we'll see how many rugs I can get done before I study. So this is kind of what I ended up figuring out. I didn't immediately show the last rugs that I made just now, but I have a new system. I'm able to fit a lot more gummy bears onto the cloth if I'm really careful about space, so that way I don't waste all that I have left. But I am able to do a few at a time. So before, I think with these two, I was doing them in layers. I did the white and the yellow first, and then I shaved, and then I did the red and black, and then I shaved, and you know, it's just too many layers. So instead, I'm doing them all at once, and I just have to be really careful when I shave them. So this is what they look like before. As you can see, they're not pretty boys, but that's okay. we don't discriminate. They're a work in progress. So they have to be shaved down, and then they have to be, I have to go back with a little needle and then kind of put the fur back where I want it to be. So this is what it's looking like so far, and then I'm going to glue the back, and then I'm going to put felt on it, kind of like I do here, and then we will be done for the first few orders. Okay, hi, we're back to reality now. We're back to today. It was really funny looking back at the materials because they're all gone now. And let me show you what I need. Remember that nice big ball of yarn that I had? Well, it's no longer a nice big ball. Instead, now it's a big floop. It's a big floop of yarn because that's how much yarn I've been through. It's seen some things, don't judge it. Y'all aren't even ready for the yellow one. You ready? Look at how long. This thing has seen way more than the red one, but I feel so bad because I've totally abused them. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish up the batch of rugs, these next 30 rugs, and I'm gonna show you what they all look like when they're done. And that will take quite a while. So instead of showing you guys the whole rug process all over again, I'm just gonna show you what they look like at the end. It has now been a long 2 weeks. My phone is covered in yarn fuzz. Everything I own is covered in yarn fuzz, but I can finally see the end. I can see the end. So now that I'm back to a normal amount of orders, we're gonna end the video here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm going to take a long nap.